The Order and their presiding bishop seem trustworthy enough. Have you seen their wireless advertising? Nothing's ever new or 110% improved. So honest, it's boring.
Okay, good. Now I have audio. Let me just check the rest of the voice settings or sound settings. Let's continue where I left off. I remember there was a lot of fighting. I was getting one-tapped by enemies. I don't know what that was. I'm kinda like on the wrong path.
This encampment does not meet Earth Directorate standards of habitability and sanitation.
Here we what I needed. More hacking. Yes.
Who there? You would during the time know nothing.
Commencing core agent vitals have fallen below acceptable parameters. Unit requires service.
Everybody's getting tapped. One tapped is the day here. Why the enemies are taking so much damage? Enemies have significantly more health and deal extreme damage. If I just want to play the game with the story, I don't know, maybe we... just swap it to hard. Let's see if it makes any difference.
This encampment does not meet Earth Directorate standards of habitability and sanitation. Entering a conference.
I'm still getting one tapped. Okay, let's look at the minimap. Where am I? We did get a save point. So I'm not sure what we are supposed to be doing up there. Let's try to find a robot for like a mission. Recruit Automech Doctor. Where are they? Did I have a silencer on some weapon? Plasma pistol, yes. This whole area is one-tapping me. Am I missing some? Upgrade or war could be the reason. Is it the armor that I'm wearing? Like, no, there's... It has the exact same. I don't know, we're green. What about our helmets? No, none of them give us any armor. Dragoon. This is just half. How is that possible?
Engaging hostile life forms.
Ooh, an enemy.
But that did see me.
Providing a host of health benefits.
If I had more... where is it? This cannon. Yeah. Just one tapped. Scrappers! Like, am I low level or what's the problem?
Next, the latest field data validating or repudiating our
I don't have bullets.
relevant informational details
Shoot
in
with
present
this.
and future calculations. A general reminder for the especially studious: monitor your step when traversing between academical appointments. Do not read and walk. The localized dimensional tears known as rifts are lethal to pedestrian traffic. They also attract bloodthirsty zealots. Said zealots are equally lethal to pedestrian traffic. If you must operate near or adjacent to said conspicuous dimensional disturbances, please take additional care. Eyes forward, noses out of academic journals.
Great against armor.
Where is this missive?
Maybe it could work.
Continuing as predetermined. And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
The color of space, a chromospectral analysis. When asked about the average color of space, the famous stellar cartographer Newton Otisgard replied, with no hesitation, beige. Do experience, his answer was the expected one. But I can already hear the obtuse
Commencing
listener,
Almost a new level.
their
activities.
faces contorted into
Unfriendly
a rictus
company.
of ignorance.
They're mine.
Wouldn't the average color be black or
for ya!
white or simply
Maintaining your battlefield stamina.
the answer is in the science of how hot element light.
Commanders,
Why there are no green stars. To understand all this, you must understand the basics of thermal divarication emission theory. The
Okay.
typical piece of non-heated matter absorbs most electromagnetic radiation that falls upon it, including light, infrared, and radio emission.
Step aside.
Of that radiation, the vapor,
Restore my life for Revenge Project.
of stellar
That robot is scary.
radiation they absorb, so they can be modeled as an idealized object. which
And
is
robot one taps me.
famous stellar cartographer Newton Otisgard replied, with no hesitation, beige. To experienced lumen astronomers, his answer was the expected one. But I can already hear the obtuse listener bleating, with their faces contorted into a rictus of ignorance. Wouldn't the
Let's try to
average
get
color be
to
black
the-
or white, or simply a shade
Or
of
to the
gray?
doctor first. Save options. Save EXP. Because it really feels like this fighting is just not happening.
No, it would not. The answer is rooted in the science of how hot objects absorb and emit light, which answers the ancillary mystery of
Do
why
you
there
believe
are no
Arcadia
green
shall
stars.
ever return to how it
To
was?
understand Olympic, you must understand the basics of thermal
Oh,
divarication.
try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up, my ears are backed up, and my guts are gurgling. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance.
reflects only a small
Good news, Doc Hollis personally asked me to bring you some medicine.
visible part of that reflection.
Law, finally. Real relief for my fake symptoms. Let's see it then.
Absorb, so they can be modeled.
Here you go, at least you can pretend to feel better.
If it's all the same, I'll give it to someone in real need. I've got more practice ahead of me. Wouldn't want to spoil it by seeking treatment. You have my gratitude, stranger.
Stellar composition
What do you make of the situation around this?
I think it's downright awful what's happened to these fine folks. But me especially. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous genetic disorders, it never ends.
interpretation.
Okay.
You too. Trust
Have a
me,
better day.
You don't want to catch this. Neither do I, for that matter.
Light shifts up into visible light.
Wait.
Through red,
Don't tell me you're one of those drones from.
Can't say I'm fond of these law.
Wait.
even rare
Don't
blue
tell me you're one of those drones from
These
Auntie's
are the
Choice.
hottest stars, emitting mostly blue and invisible.
Remember, there was one doctor.
The grand plan is the predetermined order to the entire universe. We can predict it down to a decimal point.
Trivial conclusion for themselves.
Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but
Oh,
I
she's
don't
like
need
a
abacus to predict
preacher.
Your path lies elsewhere.
In fact, such a composition itself would constitute evidence for
What if I promise not to take much of your time?
Well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment.
You seem fairly in the know. What's the situation in this settlement?
Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy. I hear what common lay people are saying, and the wide array of bodily noises they make. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail.
You haven't actually told me anything about the situation here, though. No.
And that result was
So this is how you are helping them, just talking.
As As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here. With constructive pointers on efficient scheduling,
Giving math
lessons on order history,
homework.
plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle.
Keep up the good work.
If you've enjoyed my peroration, make sure to tune into the Ask a Vicar segment on Grand Plan Wireless for more expounding declamations.
Or dormitory facility and exult in the knowledge
Welcome.
that
Have you come to bask in the Order's knowledge?
Yes. I haven't any time for idle.
I don't either.
You have tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we act.
Nothing silenced, unfortunately. That's what I'm like looking here.
Axiom denatured protein slab contains exactly the amount of protein your body possesses at a given time. Make Axiom your axiom of choice. From the Order of the
The doctor is...
Welcome back. Any luck enlisting help? Since you aren't a refugee, I hope you understand that I cannot offer my goods free of charge.
Doubt. And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well
450 health over duration.
this year.
Buy the trauma kit. Vigor Kilo. Let's stock up with ammo. I think that's fine. Any silencers? Here's sniper rifle silencer at least. Telescopic sight. Plasma pistol silencer. I think I have that already though. That's only 1.5. Thanks for liking the stream. Really appreciate it. Okay. Oh, I made way too many of them.
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around
Now I can try to sleep.
until we achieve ascension.
If it will make any difference.
Conveyed to me by Alexandria Monastery's most trusted conjecturer, Seer Miley. To all those tossed hither and thither by war's perilous fluctuations, the Order invites you to seek stability and shelter in Matriarch's mercy.
Where was the
Accommodations do persist. The effort to improve conditions is
other
being
doctor?
spearheaded by Administrator Agarwal, who I have been relying
I remember there was another lady.
well in hand. I humbly return you now to the previously
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse. So,
How you do today?
words with expediency. Oh.
What's your plan for the weekend?
Of an independent operative nature, one presumes. Did the abbot assign you to help?
I was assigned to do something else, but seems you could use a hand.
Yes. Unfortunately, you are the first to notice. Infrastructure requests from
She really
the
looks like
exceed present
she's
resource capacity.
missing some sleep.
The mounting accumulation of prevailing desideratum is regrettably beyond us. Or beyond me, more to the point. I am simply one person, impossibly stretched thin, and unable to attend to the needs of the displaced.
Give me the details so we can talk payment.
You mean you'll help? Thank the mercy of the cosmos. Tell me, what do you know of the exclusion zone?
The Order is keeping the zone off limits for shady reasons. No, talk to me like I'm not from around here.
Fair enough.
Because we don't know
The
anything.
exclusion zone is a mere corner of Matriarch's mercy, and rightfully off limits. You see, the Seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone, warning that the barrier must not be crossed. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril.
How is the zone dangerous? Tell me more.
We don't know, and therein lies the frustration. The Seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Yes, you heard me right. Death. Furthermore, and I quote, an outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood of clearing up an ongoing dispute. We can't have the voice of the displaced sowing disorder. Will you help us? Will you be our outside mediator, as was foretold?
Anything about compensation?
I have some custom-made order armor I never use. I
Okay.
can also allocate some funds from my budget. At least, I can provide that if you side our way. So, do we have a deal?
If you believe both sides will listen, then I'm
I
in.
believe only in the cold, inconvenient mathematics of the cosmos. This will work. It must work. The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. Talk to the people of Matriarch's mercy. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. We can't both be right. Feel free to speak with the voice of the displaced herself if you aren't already acquainted. Any questions before you get started?
Can you tell more about the voice of the
I
displaced?
can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. Still, she cleaves to her principles. That's something. You can find her outside, among her people, stubbornly defying an order barricade.
So if I learn about everyone's concerns, I'll earn enough trust to resolve this dispute. I've spoken to a few people with valid concerns about the conditions in the
These are
camp.
the data points we need. Keep at it then. Precision is ever our ideal. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them, form your own opinion, and when you are ready, we will decide the fate of the exclusion zone.
Okay.
with outsized pincer-like mandibles, which then proceed to feed on the host directly, ingesting tissue and blood along the entire intestinal tract.
Ah,
Why you did.
I pleasantly anticipated this exact moment. My personalized order prediction and weekly prognostics report both mentioned encountering an unforeseen factor about now. I suppose that designation doesn't wholly apply to you, though, does it? Predicting future events is an imprecise science. Currently, that is. Well, then. I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct?
This is predictory. I expected more than a disc.
True, my situation does lack a certain refinement. Regrettably, this is Matriarch's mercy. We all must do the best we can with limited means.
Anything about the situation in the settlement?
Matriarch's mercy is brimming beyond capacity with those cast out by war. But we of the Order rise to every challenge and continually strive to better our guests' existence. Why I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area.
Can't understand why I'm not seeing them here in droves.
I share the very same surprise. Engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp reports he has benefited from them greatly.
One person here will swear by the Order's predictive methods.
One of our recent guests, Rollo Nast, has received multiple personalized Order predictions. I believe he could speak to the effectiveness of our ways firsthand. If my own humble assertions are not enough, I trust his.
It really seems like a crazy idea to
and perhaps other
have
members of the
everything
displaced as
predicted about your life.
Well, I do believe you're needed elsewhere. Farewell.
Like, don't you want some surprising things in your life?
That new rifle up at the monastery? Oracle? The one Wally designed, right? Uses a tracking algorithm, never misses. Sounds ambitious. For him?
Or am I the only one?
They were all time-consuming and wasteful of the edible portion of the purple berries.
Okay, let's
So
choose
were
that
deemed
mission.
Non-cost-effective and rejected out of hand. Eventually, the answer was found not in a lab, but in a history book. Specifically, a history text on Saltuna, a crossbreed of two different Earth fish species.
What happened to this place? Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
We're not going anywhere! Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction. This so-called exclusion zone.
More importantly,
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the rough look you got about you. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me.
tests showed the same procedure worked on PvP eggs, although without quite 100% effectiveness.
Earth Directorate Krakas the Short, and you are...
May Huffstutler, formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of Invasive Marketing. Now, the voice of the displaced. That's what those in the Order call me, leastways. An unofficial sobriquet, likely meant as a petulant slight. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turned those into demands for reasons of clarity and import.
Flavoring agent throughout the colony worlds. Mindless Auntie's Choice consumers especially purchase a large variety of purpleberry-themed foods and beverages.
Where did all these people come from?
Some are former Auntie's Choice like me. Some were abandoned by the Protectorate. All of us have been displaced by conflict somehow, directly or otherwise. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so if you'll excuse me.
Another reason this documentarian is grateful.
How are things around the camp?
We're at the mercy of the Order, and the Order is at the mercy of their predictions. Not to insult our gracious hosts, but these people don't wipe themselves unless an equation tells them to. Oh.
Yeah. And I assume
So
there's
that's how
not
it
enough
is.
water to
You're the mediator that was
used to be
foretold.
there either.
Am I right? The Order wants us to believe that a catastrophe is coming to the exclusion zone at any second. Why? Because math told them so. Screw their predictions. We have people displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them.
Betraying the Protectorate. Well, that is quite the quarrelsome query. Apologies, Vicar, for springing this one upon you.
No apology needed. Obviously.
I'm sure the order has your safety in
This
mind.
camp keeps us safe from the war. And now the Order wants to keep us safe from the camp? Where are we supposed to go? I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. What does the administrant want? To shut me up? To discredit me?
When plundersome corporatists raid our gates,
I'm supposed to get the lay of the land and negotiate terms of peace.
Golden Ridge, leaving us to fend against the corporatist tide and tend to Protectorate refugees left behind. Also, I would remind them that their
Never fear, I'm the mediator, chosen by faith, the rule object.
Right. I can see you take this prediction business seriously. Just don't let it get to your head. Best thing you can do is introduce yourself around camp. See why we need the exclusion zones open.
you think the Protectorate would learn. All they have is their paradigm. A 5-year-old's book.
I've already asked around the camp bit, actually.
Alright. You keep at it. When the time comes, I'll be ready to pit my reason against the Orders.
When that happens, we will
Okay,
reunite
we haven't
the
talked to everybody.
purpose to solve the universal
Where do we
equation.
go now?
Stay tuned.
Another refugee camp? Another colony?
Friends, neighbors, while you shelter in matriarch's
Song fires.
Look up your bounty.
Selection of mathematical clues. Visit your local predictory.
Is a large pile of seemingly unrelated. One more needed for inserting, right? Yes.
Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used to be.
Was anyone injured when he fell?
Oh yeah, Duarte. He's former aunties like me. He was underneath for a few hours. Or, no, that was before. This time it was Rollo Nast? No. Gert Valkenberg. Happens a lot. People here need more room to breathe. Can't build in the walkways, can't set up in the exclusion zone. So they build up. Best they can, at least. Don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make do. After a while, the stacked up little huts they jury-rigged come tumbling down.
So a bunch of displaced have been hurt doing this.
Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Yeah, people keep at it. What else choice they have? Order won't listen. Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. Seems like all they care about sometimes.
What worries me is you may be right, teasing you. Yeah, I haven't seen either of these. Where does this lead? No higher.
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions, but it could use a little salt.
I still don't
So
get
it doesn't taste
How do you
good.
feel, darling?
I still don't get it, Piotr.
Not. And then we solve for apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something?
Well, what are your thoughts about these half classes? Usually perform advanced calculations in the midst of a busy settlement.
Typically, no. And it has been somewhat challenging focusing my concentration. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare might be useful. An illustrative way for our guests to see how we operate, to show how the Crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations.
Too many steps for cooking.
I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am simply asked for directions.
At the other 10% of the time, they're asking you if they can use the space.
I am sure they bear any inconveniences with grace and dignity. I mean, the statistical jump correlated to residents within Matriarch's Mercy has some pretty compelling numbers. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors: longevity, access to medicine, potable water. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really against you out there.
More the medicine and water to be happy. Why not just let them move into the exclusion zone?
Surely you've heard our reasoning. I'd note by leaving the area fallow, we've lowered settlement productivity by 3.57%. We lower that more still to care for the displaced. Gladly. We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction. But if my data remains unconvincing, I suggest you inquire with Provisioner Plotnik inside the lift building. Simply tell her Archivist Widmark approves brief use of her time.
But if my data remains...
Then back to it I shall get.
He just wants to do his math.
I missed. How do you do, stranger?
How
Always
do you
nice
do,
to see a friendly face
Gregory?
around Matriarch's Mercy. Though it's a pity I can't lend more aid to our downtrodden collective. I'm just a humble taxidermist.
I'm seeking medical specialist to help Doc Holly spiritually.
What? And you think that's me? Listen, friend, a little skill with needle and thread does not make me a qualified medical professional.
Surgery, taxidermy, same thing. We don't have the luxury of high standards.
Clearly you don't suffer from imposter syndrome. Have it your way then. I know when I'm being voluntold. But you better make it worth my while. Before I agree to anything, I need sprat corpses. Several. And no victims of violence, please. My art depends on the quality of the sleeve.
Got any leads on clean sprat corpses?
I used to source all of my sprats from a local trapper, Frankie Billings. No idea if she's still in business. Word has it she's out north in Auntie's Choice territory, so watch yourself.
I'll come back.
Fresh being the operative word. My thanks, stranger.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders and the Order...
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders and Order defecting...
Monster is looking pretty good right about now.
Hold up. I'ma close the YouTube.